Alright, welcome to this Blender add-on video. So, this video is not going to be about Autorig Pro. I'm going to wait a bit until 2.79 is released, because I think there's a neat feature coming up in the, if you have 2.79 and the latest version of Autorig Pro, where you don't have to append a rig from a blend file, which I've been doing. So then the script is going to be able to append a rig from a blend file that comes bundled with the script. So I guess it's going to be similar almost to when you add a Rigify or Pitchapoi human rig. But I kind of know that these two are generated with scripts, but the other one, the Autorig Pro, is appending a rig from a blend file. So yeah, I'm gonna wait with that video. I have this character with a tail, so I want to generate a Autorig Pro, and I know there's a checkbox for adding tails, and then I'm gonna probably try to export it out to Unreal. So it's gonna be a more in-depth, longer video. So this one is gonna be really short. But speaking about appending, so this one is gonna be about brushes. So I saw a tweet on Twitter mentioning that there was this brush pack on BlendSwap made by some guy at Blizzard. So I downloaded it, and yesterday I got the time to install it and try it out. I haven't been sculpting that much in Blender, but I really want to do it because over the years I've seen it improve in performance and everything. So it's going to be my #1 sculpting application. I don't want to buy ZBrush. I don't see the need for it for me. But anyways, let's go to BlendSwap. So you're going to go over here, search, orb, and this first result with this kind of stone throne. Click on that one, or maybe on the name. So it has 2,000 downloads. I guess it's popular. The author stkopp, he mentioned that this he transferred this from ZBrush to Blender, and I guess did all the settings for the brushes because they differ from Blender and ZBrush. He did not make the alphas, but the author gave it for free. And the author is Michael Vicente, also known as Orb, senior environment artist at Blizzard, and you can really you can see it on the brushes because they are highly stylized. So there's a link to a Gumroad over here, which I really was hoping to be clickable. So I donated money to this pack, even though if I don't have it for I don't have ZBrush, but I think it's nice to pay tribute to the original author. And you can check out his homepage, and you can see the style here, that it's very Blizzardy, very World of Warcraft, this stylized kind of look. I think there was also, yeah, he has his art station which you can follow. So yeah, once you download it from BlendSwap, we're gonna jump into Blender. So I have the screencast key, so you can look down here to see what I'm pressing. You're gonna press Shift F1 for appending, and then look for your brush library. So open this orb brush, go into brushes, and box select all of them which has the prefix A. So that's the only one you need to append. I guess the other one is the author on BlendSwaps. But anyway, so I already appended them. I'm gonna subdivide this cube a couple of times and cast this to a sphere and add a multi-resolution and subdivide the shit out of it. So let's go into sculpt mode, and I'm gonna press the T panel. So here you can check the brushes. I'm gonna start with the very first one. Let's look at the texture. So this is just a very common brush where you kind of lay down these clay strips. With, I guess it's kind of easy to make yourself, but it's nice to have one already. So yeah, this is going to be useful. Then we have a couple of ones to paint cracks. I'm going to subdivide maybe one more time even. Now we have really high res. So yeah, and the other one was also cracks. This is going to be really nice to have, and if you have a Wacom pen, it's pressure sensitive. So if you press hard, it becomes more distinct. And then we have this one for curb. Yeah, so you have smooth stroke enabled. And one neat thing with Blender is if you hold control, it does the opposite, so inverted. So instead of pushing down, it's pressing upward. This one was one of my favorite. So I'm probably gonna make a lot of like stylized stones and like environment stuff, and then this brush is gonna be really handy. Also, I guess this one is kind of simple to make your own, but nice to have. And this one preserves this kind of hard edges, or yeah. So that's nice. And the one next to that one, which I skipped, is the same, but it doesn't really preserve this hard edges. It makes it a bit smoother. So I guess these two in conjunction with each other is going to be really nice to use. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, I'm going to make this a bit bigger so we can look at it. Hammered metal. So this is really nice, some kind of Voronoi pattern. But it, I think the look is going to look like when you hammered copper or something, when you make weapons. And once again, you can hold control to make it inverted. So instead of getting pushed down, it gets pushed up, and it kind of looks more organic. Some weird skin, like orc skin or something. And then we got a couple of anchored cut stencils, which is nice. This one is probably the same, just thinner, so you can make scratches and stuff like this. This one I thought when I first saw it, it was swirl, but it's actually pitch. So if I increase the, why did my, oh right, I don't really see the, okay, they're hidden. But this is kind of basic, but if you just press F key, you kind of change the size, and Shift F is controlling the strength. So you can see that it's pinching together. So this is going to be nice if you sculpt a character's face and stuff like that. Then you can pinch around the lips and the nose and the eyebrows or the eye ridge to make it more distinct. Okay, this one, I guess these two are a set of rocks, and they're also these anchored ones where you can hold control to make the inverted result. So you see these are up or downward. I'm just gonna quickly use this one to check it out. Yeah, a bit more subtle rock, but this one was my favorite rock one because this is not anchored. You can just paint this rough rock type of texture. You can really get the feeling that these are highly geared towards stylized work, but that's totally fine for me. We got a couple of another rocks one, which is nice. So you can, I guess if you have this scene with in stone, you can just throw in a couple of small rocks there. And yet again, you can press Control to make the inverted version where you're kind of pushing down like it's shipped away or something. More and more rocks. So yeah, it's nice to have a couple of them. Then we have these kind of... This one were also my favorite. One of my favorites there. It looks like a chipped notch or something, like it's been attacked. So this is going to be good for when you do anything in wood or stone. And yet again, you can hold control to make the inverted where it kind of stands up outwards or upwards, push out. We got more of these sliced thing if you want to make something look worn. Yet again, one that's stamped or anchored, which is really nice. So yeah, but this one was my favorite because it's also notches, but you can actually paint them. So really nice brush, this one. So if you want to make anything look worn, just use that one. So that one was my favorite. This one, painting the rocks. All these rocks are kind of good, but and this one for if you're gonna do some kind of stylized low poly rocks, you're gonna use this flatten tool a lot, which kind of preserves these sharp edges. So yeah, that one was the last one. There was one called stitches, but I don't know. It looks like you can do it in... it had this kind of stitch pattern, but I guess you can just use some of these or those scratches and then do the rest thing with Bezier curves. I'm just gonna show you one more last thing. I'm gonna screen save this for the YouTube video. So yeah, I'm gonna show you one more last thing before I call it a quit. I'm gonna go into image editor and make a new texture, paint mode. So I have a couple of my own brushes for 2D painting, and I finally took the time to make these icons, and I can use my pie menu so we can see all of them, which is kind of nice because it takes a bit of time, but not that long. And once it's done, you get this look where it stands out from the internal brushes you get from Blender. So yeah, that was really nice. Nice to have. And the way you do it is first you create your brush with all the like texture masks and stuff like that settings, and then you go into option and look under appearance and enable custom icon and select one icon you made. And this goes for the same thing with the sculpt brushes. Once you appended them all, you can press Ctrl U. Let me turn on screencast key. Ctrl U, which makes this blend file your default blend file. It gets updated. So the next time you go into brush sculpt mode, you have all the brushes from the last time. So yeah. And I can just quickly show you the file I set up for rendering my brushes. So it's super simple. Point light, a camera, and a sphere, that texture. And on the sphere I just painted with the brush. Then I render out a really small image, 108 by 108 pixels. You can see the size over here. And yeah, I used film transparency, so it's you get a transparent background. So I made a couple of them, like my pixel art brush, which is just like 1 pixel, hairbrush, some kind of spray, marker, my 2 favorites, cloud, and this one which I call like tilt brush or something. So it's really simple, and as I said, you just go in options and appearance and custom icon. So yeah, that was that video. The next one is probably going to be Autorig Pro. I really hope Blender is released. 2.79 is released. I'm gonna upgrade to the to the latest version of that add-on and do a video about that. And the one after that is probably gonna be Pi Menu Editor, because that is also a add-on I'm using all the time. So that's the one I use to change the image editor, and I also made that menu, and all these brush menus are also from that one. Alright, now something. Yeah, this is a whole file, that's why I don't see it. So yeah, it's really nice add-on. So next time Autorig Pro, and the episode after that Pi menus. That was it. Goodbye and see you next time.